Hello everyone, time is 1941, T-34 of the Soviet Army. After the outbreak of the German-Soviet War, tanks such as the KV-1 became the core of the Soviet ground forces. However, when Nazi Germany introduced the Tiger I, the performance difference was obvious. The same army will send Su-122 equipped with a large caliber howitzer on the body of KV-1S. The weapon to be explained this time is the Soviet Union Ground Forces tank destroyer, the ISU-122. The power of the 152mm howitzer mounted on the Su-152 is tremendous, and the shells fired are armored. It was nicknamed the Beast Killer due to its ferociousness that could inflict fatal injuries without penetrating. However, when production of the base KV-1S ended and production of a new heavy tank is began, the military will develop a new as-base successor vehicle, the ISU-152. Mass production of the ISU-152 continued, but the howitzer used as the main gun originally. It was a diverted product for heavy artillery units, and production was not catching up. Therefore, the Army decided to develop weapons specialized for anti-tank combat based on ISU-152. The main gun was equipped with a 122mm Cannon 19, which was surplus at the time. The main gun is equipped with a 46.3 caliber 122mm cannon, which is as described above. It is a vehicle-mounted towed cannon developed by the same army in 1937. It fires armor-piercing bullets at an initial speed of 780 meters per second and has a penetration power of 161mm at a shooting distance of 1,000 meters. This was a sufficient enhancement because the armor-piercing bullet fired by the ISU-152 was 124mm under the same conditions. Since the main gun closing mechanism is a remote screw type, the firing rate is very slow at 1.5 to 2 shots a minute. Later developed IS-2 main guns have been changed to semi-automatic chain stoppers. Exactly the same as the base ISU-152, such as the body and fighting compartment are diverted for this vehicle. The thickness of the armor on the front of the fighting compartment is 90mm, and some bulletproofing is taken into consideration. This is the same value as the thickness of the frontal armor of the opposing Tiger I. It was not possible to block the shells of enemy tanks such as Panther, including the long barrel Type 4 tank. This car is equipped with a V-type 12-cylinder liquid-cooled diesel engine 600 horsepower. It has a top speed of 37 km per hour and a range of 150 km. As mentioned above, this is the same as the base ISU-152, including running gear such as tracks. Due to its weight, there were many restrictions on operation and the cruising range was very short. The development period for this car is very short as it uses almost all of the design from the base car. The deployment to the front line was smooth because the soldiers did not need pilot training. Mass production began at the end of 1943, and the following year the IS-2 equipped with a swivel turret on the same main gun. Production of this car continued even after production began, and a total of about 2,500 cars were completed by the end of the war. Compared to the ISU-152, this deployed vehicle was clearly operated with an emphasis on anti-tank missions. Use the ISU-152 for attacking solid defenses, and the ISU-122 for situations where enemy armored units are expected to counterattack. The power of armor-piercing bullets with tremendous energy weighing 25 kilograms is tremendous, and the Army can use Panther and I crush the counterattack of the German armored forces led by Tiger many times. This is no exception to the Tiger II, which is said to be the strongest during the war, even if it does not penetrate. I was able to inflict damage that made it impossible to continue the battle, such as the inner surface of the armor peeling off. The Army feared the appearance of new German heavy tanks and increased its firepower. ISU-122BM was also developed, but it was not adopted. After 1945, production of the ISU-122S, which replaced the main gun with that of the IS-2, began. Although production was once terminated, it resumed in 1947 and 3,130 cars were completed by 1952. In the end, when the number of ISU-152 and IS-2 were aligned, this vehicle, which was an intermediate existence, was diluted. The main gun was removed and it continued to engage in support missions as a tank recovery vehicle. Thank you for watching.